this. You know, you're getting ready for live, you touch it, and you go,
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
I receive.
That's how you do it, brothers.
I receive. Okay, let
That was
me
smooth.
see. Can we hear? Oh, yeah.
The playback is real. The playback.
All right.
Yeah.
We're here.
Right.
Grace is asleep. Yes.
And we're going live for another weekly recap of what's going on in our life, going through our 5 pillars, our many social media pages that are all intentional and that have purpose.
Yes.
Yes. So
Keep It Goins.
Keep It
That's
Goins
our nonprofit
foundation.
Get Goins. That's our pest control company.
Yes.
The Outgoings. That's where you at. Marriage and parenting and family. Even
Get
Grace
Goins.
Goins. Grace Goins has a page of herself of
she
her own.
does. She does. Get Goins Pest Control.
I just said that.
You said Keep It Goins
I
Foundation.
said Keep It Goins, and then I said Get Goins Pest
Sorry
Control.
about that. Goins Guidance is what I meant. I was guiding her there next. Goins Goodies, which my wife, and
It's his food that I get to
right.
eat.
Right, her personal page and my personal page, because we still have our individualistic yet togetherness. But anyways, it's good to see you guys here. Another Saturday afternoon. It's relaxing. It's beautiful. We're going to get outside after this and take her to the park. So I'm excited about that. I know you are as well. As well. It's kind of like trying to get all of that out at once. Trying to get all of that out at once. Anyways. So how's everybody going? I guess we'll just jump right into it. We'll start again with Goins Goodies, man. I made some sweet potato pancakes this morning. And it was so good.
I love how you were like, you're waiting on me to react. No,
It was so good.
it was good.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, we do announcements at our church. And so
Segue.
And so there's certain tools and techniques that they teach you. And last 2 words, segue, posture, just different things.
Listening, so you know what the person said.
Right.
So you don't. Yeah. Anyway, no. The sweet potato pancakes were really, really good. Ryan was like, it's so much healthier with the sweet potato. I'm
Why do I
like,
sound like
I just needed to taste good. Like, I'm fine that the sweet potatoes are in it. It's the sugar and the whipped cream and the Biscoff and everything else, the butter, But he will always try to make something that still is going, be probably not the healthiest, but because it has one main ingredient that's healthier than if it didn't have it, he'll be like, man, this is healthy. I'm like, brother, it still had 5,000 calories, but it was good.
Okay, so first of all, let's really do a deep dive into the Goins Goodies. What it had was organic sweet potatoes that were baked.
Okay.
It had protein, pancake, gluten-free powder from Trader Joe's.
How much calories is in that? And sodium and so forth.
I don't know, but I made enough for 4 to 5.
That's what I'm saying.
And they were small.
The word organic and the word, he don't know really. He just see that it's gluten-free and that's auto healthy.
Okay, so did I have to put sweet potatoes in there? No, but did I? Yes.
Okay. Because he saw it on Instagram.
And
it was good. But it's good. It's still good. Right. But you just crack me up because it's healthy because it's got sweet potatoes.
The maple is certified organic syrup. That was certified. The olive oil, butter.
Oh, you getting deep.
I just want to give you it's a pancake. I mean, a pancake is a sweeter breakfast item. But the fact that we put sweet potatoes in there, it knocked down the wheat from the pancake mix. Because I had to mix it, so that's why it wasn't as flapjacky, but more.
So what's the protein in the pancake mix?
It's just a protein powder. They probably put aminos in there.
We gotta look. I'm gonna go get the box.
Amino
to be continued.
To be continued.
But it was bomb. It was just regardless. They were really, really, really good, and that's what I care about. First, I want it to taste good because if it's very healthy and it doesn't taste good, what's the point? And if it tastes really good, but after that it's gonna be hard to boo boo, then maybe I shouldn't eat it. You see what I'm saying? Like I need to give and take. So what I love is that the things that you cook, you are mindful of healthier ingredients. It still tastes amazing, and I can still boo boo afterwards, and so can you.
Yes, sweet potatoes will help you go.
By the way, it's great when you have more than one bathroom and you're married because you really can both handle your business now. The only thing is if you have a guest bathroom, this is ladies. If you have a guest bathroom, your husband will take it over.
What?
And make it his bathroom. And then when guests come, it's like, hey, can you make that? Can you transition that back into the guest bathroom? Right. And they'd be like, I did. It's like, no, all your stuff is still visible. It is not a guest bathroom. It's your bathroom.
That's the main bathroom. I'm a guest in. So
no, you're not. We have 2 sinks. Man, we used to be like, man, we can't wait to have 2 sinks. We got 2 sinks.
She has both of them. My sink
I don't.
My sink had this eyelash hair glue.
No.
In it. I'm like, I thought this is my sink. So.
Okay, first of all, the reason why my stuff started to trickle over to your sink is because when you go into the drawers and get out your deodorant, your lotion, your cortisone cream, whatever you use, you just leave it all out. So I end up having to
be honest about what stuff is all over the sink right now.
But it's on from my side. No, it's on my side. It's on my side.
Yeah, is it not? And it's fellas, her side is 75% of 100%.
No, it's not. It's not. Because we have 2 sinks.
I get a slither. I get a slither of a side.
Grace's stuff is in the middle.
I have one.
Your stuff, some of my stuff.
One toothbrush and then one clipper on my side.
But again.
But it's on my side. That's what you said.
You have a whole other bathroom again.
I know.
And this bathroom downstairs tends to be yours.
Because it's my house. So it's not really a guest bathroom until they come. How about that? So we're still winning over here. We're still winning.
Anyway, all I care about is when I go into the bathroom that I'm not stepping on hairs of yours from cutting. Okay?
But that's the whole point. Is like when you there's
right, Siobhan.
No.
Girl, we talk about when your husband takes over the guest bathroom. Mm-hmm. And it's his, and then when guests actually come, you're like, okay, we have somebody coming, girl. You gotta clean it up. And you go in there, and I'm like, why is this still your bathroom?
My only issue that I would work on in the guest bathroom is to make sure after I use it to clean it better. That's pretty much it. And what I mean by use it is,
love you too, boo.
I mean, I'm a guy. So it's just levels to these things.
Man, I'm telling you, if we have a son and I don't know when he's coming, but that'll be so interesting because your son, I feel like, takes on the habits of the dad, right? Uh-huh. So the dad is like, I don't know, I'm gonna have 2 men to keep the toilet seat down. Can you not spray everywhere? It's just.
I
need more grace, y'all. Pray for me.
Right, me too. I have a lot of estrogen in the house now, so I really have a 15,
you need the
estrogen. A 15% bathroom sliver because Grace is in there too. But anyways, I'm glad to have these wonderful ladies in my life. Let me see what she said.
Oh, she said I got you, babe. I can see. I got you.
Listen.
It says.
She said.
That's
listen.
what I'm saying. Listen.
No, she wasn't saying listen.
Yeah, no, she said listen. She was
saying
with me.
She was saying listening to this.
No, she wasn't.
Yes,
She's agreeing with me.
Sis was saying listen.
Don't make me call her and put her on speakerphone.
No, she can come on the line if you want to come on. If you want to come on the line. I know. If you want to. You
and Sterling, girl, we got to we can always go live together, okay?
Come on. They can we can hash this out right now.
Wait. Okay, because last Sunday we had the honor of having the Michaels and the Murphs, both M's, and they family came and the kids came, and there was a moment where, and you cooked. Whoa, you cooked. I mean, you cooked lamb tacos, you cooked smoked chicken, you smoked salmon, you made tacos, and then you cooked a dessert. I mean, it was bomb. And the husbands were knocked out. Y'all look like when y'all was in the world buying bottles at the club. That's what y'all look. Y'all look like y'all stayed out all night, went to after hours and breakfast.
Sterling was dancing too.
Listen,
technically.
The men were knocked out. It was so hilarious. And then here's me, Nicole, Siobhan. We're dealing with the babies. We like doing what we do, having the stamina and the energy. But it was so much fun.
I had a blast.
It was great. And your food, that's where we started. Goins Goodies. It was bomb.
is what brings together my brother. Man, that food put me right into sleep. There it is. You know what I'm saying? There's my brother. Power to the brother. You know what I'm saying? Prior to that,
it was wonderful.
Right.
It was wonderful.
It was wonderful. Love y'all so much.
We love you guys.
Can't wait to do it again.
Can't wait to go live with y'all. Man,
you know
that'll be fun.
It'll be real fun. But that was Goins Goodies.
That was Goins Goodies.
That was definitely that. So
where are we going next?
We going into, let's talk about the conflict.
Oh yeah.
Conflict.
This week there was different areas in our Goins entities where we needed some conflict resolution.
Yeah.
And thankfully, the covering we're under, when you get a revelation on how to solve a conflict, man, the outcome is so much better than typically what happens when you have a conflict with someone and there's misunderstanding or offense. It can go left and it can just dissolve and you may not have that relationship anymore. So we made it through.
Yeah, I mean, just to bring a little context to the conflict without revealing it.
Right, without telling the business.
Without telling the business. I should say what I learned is I had a taste of emotion, you know what I'm saying? It got the best of me, but what I did was I quickly apologized for a mistake that I made, which wasn't something drastic.
No,
but it was in
your intent wasn't that.
Yeah, my intent wasn't that.
You were trying to get to the bottom of
something.
I
was trying to get to the bottom of it, and I should have taken it to the source instead of investigating not behind their back, but I guess it was, but trying to get to the bottom of it and just directly ask them in this context.
It was like if that was step one. You just went to step two.
Right.
You didn't go. It wasn't in a dishonoring way.
Yeah.
But it could lead to that if you wouldn't have apologized. Yeah.
And that really helped me grow as a leader. It kind of reminded me that it's all about God's grace. That you have to stay leaning on God's grace because we're all human, so we all do get upset. You know what I'm saying? We handle it different. Growing into more wisdom, I definitely learned to, be direct with empathy and understanding, and we ended up being able to resolve that conflict that same day.
Yes.
And then have a conversation out of this past week.
Yes.
And then was able to get information that could greatly benefit our business and our life and
theirs too.
And theirs too. Mm-hmm. So it led to something really good that as that unfolds, obviously we'll be able to talk about it later on down the line. And how would you describe yours without going into really any detail?
I would say what I appreciated about that situation in with those colleagues was because you were in the field with a signal that wasn't really that good, and the folks that we were needing to have a conversation with were also out of state. And so there was a moment I had to kind of be the buffer between one party who was upset and another party who was so I got a chance to humble myself because, again, when someone is upset and they may be well within their right to be upset, but the real truth, right? They're upset about what they don't know.
Right.
When you're holding on to what all the truth is, it's how you still receive. Allow them to feel what they're feeling.
Right.
Allow them to feel heard.
Because
I genuinely was listening. And even though that person was upset, I was able to still empathize with them. And then, handle that, get on the phone with you. We didn't argue.
Yeah. Right.
Get off the phone with you, then call who we needed to call to then set up a call where it ended well because we had to talk about some elephants in the room. I'm sure everyone can relate to there's an elephant in the room, and every time I see you or every time we're around each other, it's not really getting addressed.
Right.
I'm grateful that within less than a week, we were able to stick to, hey, we need a follow-up conversation. Let's have it. There was clarity, empathy, understanding,
It really was.
And information was shared that we all needed to know, right? Based on doing business together, because there's business, but we're also friends. When you're doing business with people who are your friends, it's really, 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 really important to not let money, the conversation of money, be an elephant in the room. Or if you're helping each other, if you're serving a vision, or hey, like Sterling, who's a dear friend of ours, he is a designer, he's a stylist, he makes clothes, he creates fits, right? if we ever get are graced out enough where he can dress Ryan, right? Mm-hmm. They're our friends, but he still has a business.
Right.
So he may say, hey, brother, I can give you a couple of shirts. They $50, is that okay?
Yeah.
And we have a business, so we're not going to be like, dang, you can't just give me some shirts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this wasn't that. It's just, if money is a part of the conversation,
yeah.
If you're friends first, love, what's that scripture? Love covers
a multitude of sins.
So let that love always lead, no matter what, because that has to be there anyway in the friendship, in the relationship, which I believe should give you more grace and favor to do business together, because that's already the foundation. I'm not dealing with a stranger where I don't know you from a can of paint and I don't know if you're going to do what you say.
Right.
So anyway, in my experience and it does happen a lot more with women than men. It just does, because we're more emotional. Sometimes women can have a conflict and both feel like the other person was wrong.
Right.
What you said about me was wrong. What you did was this or that. I felt some type of way.
Right.
And in that conversation, are we hearing each other now? Mm-hmm. If it starts to go left, you may need to say, okay, let's revisit this.
Right.
If this relationship, whether it's friendship, business, or whatever, it needs to come to an end or needs to take a pause, let's agree, if we can, on how it ends. Right. Especially if other people are involved.
Right.
When we make decisions out of emotion, and I've done it, I have done it. When is the outcome great?
Right.
When is it great? Even if you feel great after you get it out and make your decision, the aftermath, it doesn't feel great when you make a decision based on emotion, when that emotion isn't good. Now, you can be really excited and make a decision, but again, it's emotional. So what if I make a really I'm excited to get him, I don't know, if I'm excited to get you a new coffee mug. You love coffee mugs. He collects them. But then I throw all the ones you have away.
Right.
Because I'm excited to get you this one, right? In my excitement, that's an emotion. And you're going to be like, dang, why you did you have to throw them away? But see, in my excitement, I still wanted to get rid of a bunch of stuff, when really what I wanted was to get rid of the stuff. I just used the mug I'm so excited to get you this mug, and I got rid of all this other stuff without talking to him.
Right.
So even a positive emotion in a decision can still affect somebody else if you don't consider their feelings and you don't talk to them. So in my experience, I just had to listen to two sides, use discernment spiritually, right? And based on my previous experiences in life and entertainment, in family and friendships, man, you have to really make yourself lower.
Yeah.
Even when I'm really above you, whether I really am or I think I am above you in a ranking way, maybe I know more than you, I'm wiser than you, I'm more experienced than you, I'm older than you, whatever. But if you're my friend, right, I have to not only meet you where you are, there's that, but I might have to come lower so that you won't feel attacked.
That's good.
I have to humble myself even lower in order for this outcome to be what I believe God would want, which is not a fight with your brother or sister. And so I just was able to listen and really discern what was happening in a way where both could at least come to me and not feel judged and not feel like it's your fault, but also knowing moving forward, when you're emotional, you have to guard your mouth and guard your heart, but you have to guard your mouth.
You do.
Because your mouth and the things you say, though you may be, right or justified or whatever, there's still, you can't do it that way.
Yeah.
And when you have a friendship with someone, you still have to look at, how did I go? Did I need to do that?
Exactly. Yeah, and I would say that,
especially when money's involved. Again, if money's involved, or you talk about if you do something nice for somebody, like if you lend somebody some money, talk about that aspect when it comes to money.
Yeah, when it comes to money, you should have paperwork involved, right? Like what she said, doing business with your friends. I'm not talking about like something that that is not as super like intense, but like, for example, we had friends that we did pest control for. They're our friends. We sent them an inspection agreement. They signed it. So we have that on record, but they're our friends.
Right.
What it did was it made it more clear so that when potentially when emotions or when you're still maybe trying to figure out a situation or something goes wrong or all things go right. You know, even with we have family members that own businesses and we service them as well. They get paperwork as well. The reason why is because paperwork is emotionless, right?
Right.
Paperwork is what is put down that is honored so that in case of emotion, which does happen in business, positively or negatively, you have to refer back to the document. Now, I believe, you know, when she said to speak about giving money, we were in a position to where some colleagues, they helped us financially a while back. And
they did.
They gave us paperwork. Saying,
Yeah, they gave us paperwork.
They said, hey, this is...
And we were okay with that.
Yeah, we were okay with that. And guess what? We honored the paperwork.
Yeah.
Because what that does is that by paying them back is basically what we're saying, because that makes sure that your relationships don't veer to the left or the right.
Exactly.
When emotions come into play, and it doesn't always have to be a negative emotion. It could be like, oh, snap, I want to do this. Well, the paperwork says that you guys agreed to this. Now you have to amend your contract, right? You can amend a contract. You can put in a contract clauses that allow for things to happen after so much time or that allow for something to happen based upon new business. You know what I'm saying? So, but because it's on paper, it allows you to have that. And it says that in Proverbs. And it says that, I think in Isaiah, write the vision down, write it down, make it plain. There's levels to that, obviously, not to get on a tangent revelation-wise. But if you have something that you are writing down, you have something to refer to. And we did that in our when we sold a mosquito service. Last time we were on here, we sold a mosquito service for Goins Pest Control to one of our neighbors locally. And, you know, you do the service, the chemical has on there from the manufacturers. They wrote down what it does, right?
Right.
She told us she's getting a bit less. She says it's working. She's happy, and she's one of our monthly clients, and she's our neighbor. Our thing was we definitely want people, especially in our neighborhood, to know that we can take care of their issue.
Exactly.
But we still sent her paperwork.
Right.
Right. We didn't just go do it on GP because they're my neighbor. I think paperwork really is the framework or the foundation for you to have good success.
Yep.
And if there's no paperwork, I would encourage you
to have it.
Yes. If you are engaged in any type of business, you want to get
exchanging funds with someone.
Exchanging funds, just get used to writing it down. And if anyone is offended, they're probably not the person that you should be engaging in business with.
That's true.
If somebody gets offended because you're presenting paperwork, then why are you getting offended?
Because they really aren't probably a good person to do business with.
9 times out of 10. Right? Now, if they're like, if someone's like understanding and saying like, why are you giving me paperwork? In a sense, because they just don't understand.
It protects the friendship. Paperwork protects the friendship. It does.
Oh, that's what he said?
Yeah, Sterling said that.
Yeah, that's powerful, bro. Like, it really does. It's like, hey, I'm married to you. The government made us do it.
Yeah, we got a marriage certificate.
Right, we had to
a license.
Right, before God. We had to sign a marriage license, which I'm very glad that I have, that I can refer to, but it can be, anyways.
You signed this, buddy. Okay?
Right. On Grace's birthday, I am your father.
Right, you had to sign it.
So I think that's like when you're handling conflict, don't forget paperwork. That's a really good way to bring it back to the table. I would say that when we did have a conversation with our colleagues about the things we were dealing with, it came back to industry standards in important paperwork and requirements. And what that does is, again, that eases the conversation. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And then also honoring, right? because our colleagues are so much more experienced than us. They've been in business so much longer than us. There still was honor, right? Because even though we've been in business, I mean, we're going into our 4th year of business, but we're coming into our 4th year of business of being caught up in we're caught up to what the standards are of 2026, right? Many companies that have been operating for 20 plus years, 30 plus years, if they're not acclimated into technology, if they're not members of state associations, national associations, they may not be in the loop of some of the latest things that are really working, right? With pest control. And so we may know more in certain areas, but overall, you are up here to me.
Right. Yeah.
So even if you are incorrect or if you are wrong, I'm still coming to you. My posture should still be coming to you like, but you are up here. You have been in business. I'm nowhere where you are as a business owner. I haven't been through the things you've been through. I haven't serviced somebody from seeing them as a little kid to now their little kids are off to college and now they're married and I'm servicing the grandchildren's house. There's something to be said if you've been in business that long period. So there's that respect and honor. Yeah. And even in friendships, when you fall out or you're starting to fall out because there's a disagreement or one person did something wrong to the other, you still got to look at the friendship, look at the time that was invested, right? Was everything bad? Right. Go to, if this person was there for you when you were down, it's, again, it's not excusing behavior. It's just also remembering and keeping that in mind that there was a friendship here that endured some things and you were there for me and I've been there for you. So what are we really upset at here? There can still be honor even as if the relationship is ending, end it with honor. If the business relationship is ending, end it with honor. If they don't, you do it. Right, you end it with honor. If they don't, you do. And we learned that with relationships that we had to have boundaries with in our own life, in our own marriage. I think when you get married, and I probably more married people could speak to it. Some of those relationships, some of those people that were at your wedding, some of those people that were in your life when you were engaged, they may not be in your life right now. Right. There is something that happens. There's a transformation that happens. Yeah. And I think married people can relate to that because this becomes the most important relationship. Yeah. Christ and then this. Come on. And then it's the children, and then it's everybody else. So people who understand that, respect that, because if they're married, they're also understanding that's what's happening. But those who are, they may be married, but if their marriage isn't Christ, then them, then children, then everybody else, then it's they may not be in your life the way that they were. Yeah. So, but honor is still the most important.
Yeah, honor.
I learned that so much.
Honor means to give weight to, right? And that's in the Greek, I believe it's when it tells a husband to honor his wife so that your prayers are not hindered. It's not like God's like, hey, I'm not answering your prayers because you're not honoring your wife. Like, that's been a misinterpretation. He's saying when you honor or you give weight to your wife as the weaker vessel, your prayers don't get hindered because it's hard to pray when you're at odds
or at odds with somebody.
It's hard. It's just, and married people can attest to that. God is like, hey, like I've already answered your prayer, but you're so out of sync with your spouse. Yeah. That's what's really throwing this off. Mm-hmm. Because you're having, and I can speak to this like any other husband can, you're having pre-arguments in your head before you even talk to your wife about what you think she will say, and she ain't said it yet because that's really the enemy trying to set you up. And you have to realize like your thoughts are not really your thoughts.
Listen.
Sidebar, we watched Caroline Leaf last night. We like to do research.
Oh yeah, Caroline Leaf.
If I'm going to announce somebody,
a
revelation here,
she's going to be at Daughter speaking.
Yeah, speaking. I need to do a little research myself so I can know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And she just spoke to how the neurological part of your brain takes the words and how your words and how you say or how you perceive something. If you take a different perspective, it can really be the truthful outcome and not necessarily what you think it may be. Like a false argument in my head about, man, if I do this, she gonna say that. I just set myself up for an argument when really she could be having the best day ever, and I'm over here in my head, and that's not really what it is. Like, for example, this morning, typically, if I'm able to go to the gym, which I was, getting back to help Grace get up and brush her teeth and change her diaper and be with the family is simply my routine. She wasn't up yet. So I'm coming back from the gym, and I think to myself, I say, you know what, I'm going to go to the store because I know we need these groceries, right?
I'm glad you did.
In my head, it wasn't me. This is the key. This is deep.
Oh, I didn't know this, right?
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Okay.
It's fresh off the cuff.
Right.
We live. Going live. In my head, it was, she's going to be upset because there's a list that needs to be made. Or, oh, man, why did you tell me that you're going to the store? Like, I'm serious. Like
I feel you, because that is something I would be like, what?
And that's not a bad thing.
Right.
But you know what I say? You know what? I'm going to just... That was in my head, and that's so subtle. It doesn't seem like, it seems like that's Ryan thinking. It's really the enemy suggesting to set me up to be defensive.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, I said, no, Lord. I involved the Lord. I said, no, Lord, I'm gonna just go to the store. Just that simple. Wasn't
and you
super
got
deep.
Everything.
And I went to the store. She was still asleep. Went to Target, still asleep. Went to Trader Joe's. Even at Trader Joe's, there was a guy there, and we were having a conversation. And I was like, my wife hasn't woken up to tell me to get more stuff at Trader Joe's. And he was like, oh, well, she's going to be really happy. And I was like, yeah, she is. But the whole thought process was, how could you go to the store? But it's not. She doesn't do that. I'm just being real about what was going on in my head and me controlling the narrative. And I said, you know what? I said, I need to make sure that I always think that way. That she probably could just be gonna wake up and just be like, man, I had a dream, and be like, oh snap, you went to the store. So then I ended up going to Vaughn's, came home, and did you know that she woke up and said, oh, you went to the store? Okay, great. I said, wow. So I had just learned from Caroline Leaf. She was a part of getting that because I fell asleep listening.
We both fell asleep
listening.
Not
that it was boring. I was tired.
No, we were so tired, but we were still like interested.
And so
that's so funny.
That plus, but it's the point that I'm making. How we got here was. Talking about Carolyn Leaf and
your thoughts.
And your thoughts, right? As a man thinketh, so is he. I was able to tell my thoughts because I'm the righteousness of God in Christ.
Amen.
Because my thoughts are always fruitful. Because God blessed me to involve him and to tell my thoughts, hey, you need to be quiet. You do not have autonomy. You do not have control over Ryan Goins. You don't have control over Noel Goins. I get to think the way that God has blessed me to think. Is there anything wrong with waiting till she gives me a list? No. Is there anything wrong with me going to the store? No. But the point that I'm making is there didn't need to be this potential argument in the head
that you were anticipating.
Setting me up to be defensive when I was like, no, I have a good marriage. You know what I'm saying? And I can think the best.
You know what? Can I also say that, first of all, there's a lot of grace on you because, like I said, I was like, well, I did want ginger. You were like, I got that. I was like, what? You got ginger? Your posture was you really wanted to get that out the way for us.
Yeah.
I'll say maybe in the past you would go to the store to get what you wanted.
Right.
That's really all it was. Like you would, but if you happen to remember we needed other stuff, cool. But there was a time where you probably just, I'm gonna run to the store and get what I want. Oh yeah, we need this. Yeah. You went this morning like, I'm gonna go to the store and get what we need, so we don't have to do it later.
Yeah.
So your posture was really in a place and I received it because I knew that was thoughtful of you because I really needed sleep. Grace needed sleep. Like she's teething. It's a lot. So she's in her sleep regression.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated it. And even if you wouldn't have gotten everything, it wasn't a big deal. It would have been less time at the store if we had to go back. It would have just not been as much time. So that was very thoughtful of you. And I'm really appreciative that you went. Because I don't feel like going to the grocery store today.
And that's why it's a day by day. And that's
one. You need grace every day.
Every day, be led by the Spirit. It's okay to have a routine.
Yes.
But your routine isn't your God. Your God is
you gotta be flexible.
He's over your routine. You gotta be flexible. Be flexible. Plan, of course, set your affairs in order, set things up, and then be totally flexible for God to invade. For the most part, God allows the plans, because you're already consulting with Him, I believe, right? But if things shift, shift with it, just like this life. It shifts, right? We're shifting with different topics. We're flowing, but it's still Goins live. It's still the same.
Yeah. You're welcome, Siobhan.
Oh, what'd she say?
She said, "Thanks. This is good. Thanks for sharing."
Oh, 1,000%.
Man, we love you so much.
Thank you Thank you and everyone that tunes in, that I hear it live now and hear it later.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. It's something that we want to just encourage people. Foundation, we do have June the 13th.
Yes.
We want to invite you guys out. It's Saturday morning at 11 a.m. We will get the information out.
Yes, June 13th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It will be about credit.
Yes.
Most people that we know have credit, but it will be about managing if you have bad credit, debt, things like that. But it's a free financial health workshop that Chase does with our nonprofit, the Keep It Goins Foundation, where we provide free pest control to those who can't afford it. And I love that they do these workshops with us because on June 13th, there'll be food. Come on. Yeah. There will be food, free food, tacos, Taco Pete's.
Original Taco
Pete's. Original Taco Pete's. It's so good.
Right there off of, I believe it's off of
Slauson and Crenshaw. Yeah, Slauson. It's so
That's
good.
where his taco shop is, but the bank is down the street. Chase Bank, right there in near Lamert Park. It's one of their biggest branches. So we have in-person and virtual, and we want you to come. We will send you for the registration because we want to really Keep It Goins has started to help people that can help themselves. And it's expanding to helping other business owners and other entities who need more community and more of a voice, all geared towards helping an individual that can't help themselves, but you can do more when you network.
Yeah.
So we definitely want you guys to join in the movement and the progression of our nonprofit in partnership with Chase Bank.
Yes.
So that we can collaborate together. So June 13th, a Saturday morning, 11 a.m. sharp. Either in person, which we want to see you there, and if you're in the Los Angeles area, or online, you can hop on the link. But we want to pack it out.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what's going on with the Keep It Goins Foundation. And I think we touched on.
Everything.
Touched on every one of the Goins situations. Marriage is good. Grace is growing. Grace is talking. Grace is gracing.
It's time for Grace to go to the dentist. I'm not ready, but I'm ready.
Yeah. So
Mother's Day is coming up.
Mother's Day.
Memorial Day is coming up. May is a festive, busy month.
Exactly.
Oh, and I'm getting my curly cut, you guys. Shout out to all my girls who are wearing their hair naturally curly. My curls are all uneven, like the density. I mean, I look like, when my hair is down, it looked like a mix of Don King, Tina Turner. No, I'm being honest. Like, it's okay. Like, I have not had a hair trim since while I was pregnant. And, you get the hair shedding and stuff like that. And so my curls, it just looked like, it looked good up. Don't get, I'm using good products. But the trim, y'all, the trim got to happen. So I'm excited because I'm getting a curly cut. Her name is Yanni. I'm super excited. She's based in Inglewood, and she specializes in curly cuts. So I'm expecting to look like, when my hair is down, I want to look like a head of broccoli. Okay, I just want to come in. I want all my curls to be popping and even when I wear it down. I'm excited.
When is this?
It's in May. It's she's so booked and busy, so it's towards the latter part. It's before Memorial Day, okay? But it's after Mother's Day. So Mother's Day, I'm still gonna look, like this. But after that, girl, I'm gonna be like, what?
You look beautiful, and
I appreciate
that's
that.
not something I have to say. something I get to
You're
say.
right. Hey, I receive.
But you still say it.
Hey,
So,
that's right. You better say it.
No, but that's good. I'm glad that she gets to be outgoing in that regard. And
Yes.
yes, it's a beautiful month, and I'm happy. This is definitely a month to celebrate mothers, and definitely a month of tacos, Cinco de Mayo. Definitely a month of barbecues, and definitely a month
Cinco
of
de Mayo too. Good Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Just a couple days. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday.
Yes.
And have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah.
We love you guys.
Go Lakers, man.
Until next Saturday.
Round two. Round two.
Right.
Round two.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.